Hey, what's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Today's video is the video I should have made a while ago, but this was the video everybody voted for on the poll I put up, where they wanted to see me do more damage discs with the JFJ. Basically, I guess see if I can save them. So I got 5 discs here. Some of these are in really rough shape, and we're just going to see if we can bring them around, and then we're going to test them back there. You can see the whole new test setup I put together. But we're going to test them and see if we can actually get them to play. Now, I will say, of course, we're not going to do like full playthroughs of the game. So is there always a chance that, at some weird spot in the game that it could not play? Yes, that's a possibility. So just putting that disclaimer out there, just because a game reads and boots up doesn't mean that every part of the disc is going to play perfectly. You may get to some random spot in the game where it never plays. As a reseller, that's just kind of a risk you take. You kind of go off eye. You look at it to make sure you can't see any damage on the disc. Make sure the disc boots up. You can play it maybe for like 5-10 minutes, especially if it was a really bad disc, and just see if everything works. After that, basically you just have to rely on your refund policy after that point. But so let's go ahead and get into these. You will notice that some of these discs are like this one. Clearly that's a reprint of the cover art, so kind of got, I guess, scammed a little bit on some of these. The pictures, just I couldn't tell it was like that from the picture, but it is what it is. I just end up selling these disc only, but sometimes, hey, that's what happens. You got to kind of factor that in, that you're going to get got every once in a while. But let's go ahead and start resurfacing these and see what we can do. All right, so as always, we got our bottle of water. This is just regular old tap water. We have our yellow Boyer. Somebody actually told me how to pronounce this in the comments, so shout out to you, because I was ruining it. But Boyer pad, it's a foam polishing pad. Normally I like to finish with the white, which is an ultra fine, but I need to actually go get another one of those right now, so I don't have one on hand. So we're going to finish with this one and see how it turns out. But we also have our soft sanding pad right here, which is equivalent to about 1200 grit. And we have our coarse sandpaper right here, which is, I believe, is equivalent to around 600 to 800 grit. It's somewhere in that neighborhood. And also just the little gasket piece I make so that you don't get the damage to the interior of the disc, where this thing will like literally leave a little ring inside the DVD or the Blu-ray or whatever it is you're resurfacing. This gasket basically just stops that from happening. And we got some cloths over here just to wipe off some of the residue. And you know what we don't have? The actual product. So let me go get that. All right, so we actually have a product now. I don't know how I forgot that, but we're going to be using the ACA 520 by 3D, which is basically a finishing polish. I don't think we're going to need the cut. Normally I would use the cut with the pad, which usually like the yellow pad, before I would use the white pad. And the white pad will get the finishing polish because it's more of a ultra fine finishing pad, and this is like a polishing pad. I would normally use the cut with it, but doesn't really matter. I'm pretty sure that going through this and using the finishing polish with this pad will still yield really good results. So that's what we're going to be using today. Just got this phone over here, and that's just to get a close-up on the discs for you, so I don't have to do this because I'm not going to be able to see like how good it's reflecting for you. I just want to make sure you can see the before and after really well. So first up, let's slide some of these over to the side. We will do Army of Two. And yeah, this disc is in really rough shape. It has multiple circles or perfect rings burnt into it from the 360. So let's see, we can go ahead and start this. So yeah, you can see right here that this disc is in horrible shape. This is probably a disc that definitely does not play or does not read. And if it does read, it probably has multiple bad spots in it. So we're going to go coarse, soft, and then here, and see if we can bring this one around. So let's go ahead and stick that on there, or stick our little gasket there. Oh, I also forgot the little spray I like to put on it to help lift up the polish at the end. Coarse. do our course, put that in there, and spray that a couple times. There we go. A little bit of water. That just stops the heat from building up. Oh, did I even tighten this? Yeah, I did. Okay, good. Turn that on, and since it's coarse, we're going to do 10 seconds. All right, there's our 10 seconds. And let's see. Yep, so looking pretty good. I'll show you kind of what we're looking at right now. Let's see here, just so you kind of see like what I'm looking for. So you can see here that you don't see any of those perfect circles anymore, but of course you see a lot of swirls, a lot of cloudiness, but that's what it's supposed to look like after the course. So that's not an issue. It's actually a good sign that we were able to take out all of those perfect death rings that the 360 is famous for leaving. So put this back on, we'll step it up to our soft, just to kind of get out some of the swirls and scratches that the course will leave. Put that on. Let's take our coarse out. Go with our soft. There we go. Spray that a couple times. That's good. Close it. And we're going to do 20 seconds for the soft. One good tip, I like to write the C in the middle of the coarse one. And of course, I write an S in the middle for the soft one, because if you don't mark them, you're going to forget which one is which. So just an easy way, and the middle never gets touched, so you don't have to worry about it rubbing off or anything. There we go. That's out of here. We'll take that off. Take our gasket off. And let's see. So you can see still a lot of the swirls. But again, this is what it's supposed to look like after sanding. Looked really bad, but that's where this last part is going to come in with the polishing pad. So hopefully the polishing pad takes out a lot of this and brings this disc around. And then we will actually, we'll test them after we're all done. So let's see what we can get. I'm pretty sure that disc didn't work. I guess moving forward, I'll test each disc maybe before, and then we can see if we can like save it. That probably been a good thing to do for this disc, but I'm pretty sure that disc did not work. That disc worked. That's a miracle. Okay, there we go. And make sure I got that on right. Yep. Pop that, and we're just putting about a nickel sized droplet right at about 3 o'clock on the pad. So if you were looking at it this way and 12 o'clock was here, basically 3 o'clock is right there. So give a couple sprays to the pad, put it down, and we're going to go for 2 minutes. All right, there's 2 minutes. Take those off. Oh, by the way, during that time I did go grab the this laser media spray I like to use. It basically just helps lift the compound up off of it. So give this a couple sprays. They always say like let it like sit for a few seconds and then wipe it off. So that's what we're gonna do. Grab me a little cloth over here. See if we can't get that off. All right, and this cloth. All right, flip it over, because sometimes product, as you might be able to see, product will get on the corners. So you want to make sure you're getting all that product off. Oops, oops, don't drop it. All right, that's pretty good. Yeah, that's pretty good. All right, now I'll show you guys the finished result. And there you go. So is it like that right there? You see, that's just stuff that wipes off. But I mean, as you can see, it's a million times better than what it was. Is there like still some fine little scratches in it? Yes. And those probably would have came out better if I had the white pad as well. But again, you look at the before, you look at the after, it's a night and day difference. Like when you're dealing with like horrible discs, you can't expect to go from the graveyard to brand new in the case. You gotta make sure that you I don't know. I don't know what the word I'm looking for, but basically you want to make sure you limit your expectations. Don't expect that it's just going to be perfection when it comes out of there. Maybe that's the case if you use like really expensive resurfacers like the Elm Eco, like the auto one that does like 50 at a time. You know, those machines, they might be able to bring back the worst of the worst. But a lot of times when you're dealing with this that bad, they're never going to look brand new again, but they can look really good. Like I would say that's probably easily 90% of brand new. So we'll set this one over here into our pile we'll test on at the end of all of this. Next game up is going to be Batman Arkham Asylum Game of the Year edition. And this case is just disgusting. But hey, it is what it is, I guess. And let me show you guys what it looks like. You can see this disc 2 is pretty bad. I would say not as bad as the first one, and the only reason I say that is because it doesn't have those perfect death rings burned into it. Those ones they're really hit or miss because depending on how deep those rings go, you know, sometimes you can't save it. So that's the only reason why I would say that the Army of Two game was actually in a worse starting point than this one. So this one. Now for these discs, since moving forward, I'm not going to go in after each one because basically what you've seen on the first one after the sand stages, that's what they're always going to look like. Now, if any of them look any different than that, I will make sure to go ahead and give you the close-up so that I can explain like maybe what happened, what's going on, and what I might do to rectify it. But if everything is looking how the first one looked through each stage of sanding, I'm not going to keep zooming in because it's really just a waste of time. But let's go ahead and throw a little bit of water on our course, put this down, and for our course, we're going to do 10 seconds. Now, one thing I will say for the people out there who watch these videos, one, thank you. Two, a lot of people do reach out in the comments asking questions, and I try to help everybody as best as I can. Some questions are harder for me to answer just because, like, for instance, somebody reached out, said they were using the Bauer pads, but they were having an issue that that they were getting swirls in the disc. Now that it's hard for me to kind of give an answer on that because one, I'm not there, you know, so I can't see what's going on, and two, I've never had that issue with the Boyer pads, so it really makes it difficult for me to give you ideas of maybe what it is, but usually it's probably something, and we're gonna do 20 seconds on the soft sand if you're wondering. Usually what it is that it could be like dirt in the pad or some type of contaminant, and that's touching the disc and just leaving swirls everywhere. It could be something as simple as like your product got hard from just sitting. Like sometimes you'll get like real dry product gets stuck in the top, so if you just like squirt it out, product will come out, but it'll push that hardened piece out onto the pad as well. That could be happening. Maybe there was an issue with the cut. Again, I've never had that issue cutting these pads down the size. So again, I'm not really sure, you know, if that is a possibility, but just trying to throw stuff out there. I do, like I said, I try to answer everybody as best as I can, but some things it's just difficult for me to answer. There we go. Put that on. Bop. Oh, it's only bad thing about this. When it starts to get low, you tilt it, it don't work as well because the little thing is always at the bottom. Same thing about a nickel-sized amount. 3 o'clock down and 2 minutes. All right, so that's done. Turn that off. Net. Take those out. Go grab our spray. That's it. A few seconds. Apparently this helps it lift off. I guess it does. I mean, never had any issues with it, but it does help pick up the product. So I guess it's doing what it says it's supposed to do. But after that, I'll put this down some. Okay. The outsides. Oops. Dang it. Caught the edge of it. Didn't mean to do that. All right. Bring you guys in. Let's see. Oops. There we go. All right. So you can see there's definitely still like a little bit of damage up there, especially at the top. Got some got some light scratching around it. Like I said, that's what I wish I had that white pad today, because I feel like that would definitely get that second stage, that finishing stage will really bring this around really well. I just don't have it right now, so got to make do with what I have. But so, all right, that's where that one stands. Let's see. We'll put old Batman back. And Army of Two. Let's see. We'll do our Reckoning. Kingdom of Amalur. Amalur or something. All right. This one pretty bad. Let's see. You can see this one too is a really bad disc. Super scratched up. I tried to pick some very, very, very rough discs for you guys. So there we go. You know what? Maybe with this one, I'll try the, I actually do have a black Milwaukee pad from one of my other videos. And that one is a finishing pad, I believe. So maybe with this disc, we'll try to finish off with that one and see what happens. Let's see. We'll put this one here. And we want to start with our course pad, which is right here. That down. Oh man, this is gonna be annoying. Let's see if I can turn it. Good enough. There we go. And 10 seconds. Now you can do like 2 runs of the course if you want for some reason. Like if you have like for instance that first disc, like if I would have looked at it and it didn't get all of the scratches out, then that would be a time where you could run the course again. But I haven't had any issues so far with 10 seconds with the course pad not getting out all of the imperfections. And sometimes if that course pad isn't getting it out, it might just be a situation where it's not coming out. 20 seconds on soft. But yeah, it could be a situation where the damage is just too far in the disc. And if you just keep going into the disc to try to remove the damage, you're going to end up hitting the data layer, and just it's going to ruin the disc anyway. So the disc may look pretty, but it's not going to work. So that's just something to keep in mind. You can't dig too far into these discs. It's kind of like with paint on a car. You can dig in the clear coat, 4 ways, but if you go too far, you're going to burn through it. It's only so much that you can work with, and that's the same principle with these discs. But so this pad is kind of already moist because of the first 2 runs, so I'm not going to add any water this time. Just put on the same, about a nickel size at 3 o'clock, and rock her down. And we'll do 2 minutes. Well, yeah, we'll do 2 minutes. Okay, that's that. Take this off. We'll set this pad over here. And here's the black pad I was talking about. It's a Milwaukee pad. I'll put the links down in the description for all this stuff. But this is like a finishing pad. So what we're going to do is we're just going to prime it with a little bit of water. Just because I haven't really used it in a while. So just kind of get that in there a little bit. Sit that right on there like so. Put a little bit of our finishing product on there. And that's it. We'll let it roll. I'm going to do this for 1 minute. Oh, one thing I did forget to actually do with this disc, maybe all of the discs so far. But after you do the sanding, after you do coarse and soft, you should be wiping the disc off. Just to wipe off any of the residual that's just left over from the sanding process before you start buffing. So I don't think I did that with any of them, but you should be doing that. Will get you better results. You don't want to do it the way I just was doing. I don't know why I forgot that, but we've been still getting good results, but it's just that's the preferred way to go about it. So hopefully we don't have too much longer to wait on this. Take that out. Take that off, that off. And where is this one product? Boop, boop, boop. Wasn't a whole lot of product on this one. Okay. All right, got that. Try to make sure, try to find good spots of the rag. Yeah, that should be good. Outsides. There we go. Okay, bring you guys in. So you can see that this one came out really, really good. Got a little bit of like minor stuff around it. But again, I mean, you always have to remember what did this look like before the process. So again, always kind of, what is it, hamper or I don't know, something in your expectations. You know what I'm trying to say. But yeah, really good results on that one. I want to say that the finishing pad probably definitely helped out. This is a good like polishing pad, but again, it's great if you have that final finishing stage to like really make these things pop or make them shine or make them smooth. I don't know. You know what I'm trying to say. Enter your correct adjectives there. Add that over there. Next game will be a double bonus. But yeah, we got Halo 3 ODST, and this one, funny enough, looks like somebody has tried to resurface it. Just like a really good one to pick. But you can see it. Let's see. So you can see here, you can see all of like the swirls in it. That's not from just normal damage. That's from someone, especially like through there. You can see like somebody tried to resurface this at some point and it didn't go well. So we'll see what we can do with this one. This disc might be done. I also see like, I don't know if that's like delamination or whatever that is in there. I don't know the correct term for it, but you can kind of see that happening as well. So this disc might be fried. They might have burned it up. I don't know. We'll see. Let's see. I wonder if it'll play. Let's see if this one will even play before we get in here, because this one is those spots are worrying me. But we'll see if it'll actually read. Let's turn on our TV back here. We'll turn on our Xbox 360. Why is it not on? Okay. Gotta figure out, where does this go? Where are you, my friend? Oh. It's in here. Come here. And boom. All right. Now, life. Come to life. All right. Input to our HDMI. We have a disc in here. Oh yeah, I forgot. Ha. So my test ones I don't always actually fix. This one has a stuck tray. Come on out. There it is. All right. Let's see if it reads. That's why you see like that one's yellow. Like as long as they play games and stuff, that's really all I need them for, because they're just testers. They're not really meant to be pretty. But let's see if it'll read. It's making noise. Oh wow, it's actually going to read the game. I'm shocked. That game was wow. Well, we know it at least plays, so let's see what happens. Will it start up? I must say I'm shocked. I didn't think that one was going to play. But yeah. All right. Well, that's good enough. Let's go ahead. We'll go back to Xbox Home. We'll open this up. It's so weird how like just the weight of a disc can make that thing open perfectly. But you take the disc out, you remove that little bit of weight from the disc, and the band is too weak to turn the gears. But yeah, okay, so let's go ahead and we'll get to work on this one. This one doesn't have like really deep scratches or anything. So what I'm going to do is we're just going to do a polish and we're going to do a finish, and we'll see if that brings it around. You don't always have to sand. I think this is one of the situations where since it plays and none of the scratches actually look deep or anything, I think we can get away with a buff and a polish. Or in this case, a polish and a finish, I guess. But go right there, put this down, let that run for 2 minutes. Oh, 2 minutes. All right. Take that off. We'll put on our finishing pad. Oop, oop. There we go. That's good. Put on our dollop. About 3 o'clock. And we'll set it back down and we'll go for a minute. All right. Minute for that. That off. Take off a little gasket. That. Go. So wipe that off some. Okay. Get this one, finish it off. Okay. Get the outsides. Trying to, man, keep leaving stuff on the disc. Trying to wipe it pretty good anyway. Yeah. All right. So I guess for whatever reason, this thing just doesn't want to stop leaving little spots on it. Oh, don't drop it. All right. That's good. That's good enough. I'll be wiping until I'm blue in the face at this point. Oh, let me see. Make sure you wipe the middle out. Yep. Oh, I don't remember. I'll have to check the footage on that. I see the damage in the middle of the disc. That's why I was looking at it. I thought that was weird, but it might have already been damaged there. Honestly, I can't remember. Okay. But you can see better than what it was. In hindsight, I probably wish that I would have soft sanded it just a little bit. Like that little smudge right there, that's just from the cloth. You just wipe that off. There are some swirls and stuff. Not swirl. Well, yeah, like it's definitely something I probably wish in hindsight I would have soft sanded. Feel like that probably would have got that out a lot better than where it is right now. But we'll see if it works. Still better than what it was, but in hindsight, probably should have soft sanded it. I'm surprised this pad didn't get it out, but this is a polishing pad, so it's not like that pad cuts. So it is what it is. We got Halo 3 right here. This one actually is kind of in the same situation, but I can see that this one also has the damage. Dang it, come on here. This one also has damage around the center, so I'm assuming the other one did too already. You can see right there it's definitely damaged around there, which is the telltale sign normally that someone has tried to resurface this. So this one, we're going to go through the whole process and we'll see what we can do. So let's get that out of there. Boom. That there. Since the last one was probably, like I said, it was in the same situation. And like I said, in hindsight, I wish I would have just went on and sanded it. I'm going to do that with this one. We can see the difference. So if it made that much of a difference, we'll do 10 seconds with course. Did I put this disc back? Yeah, I did. Okay. And this time we're going to remove it to actually wipe it off. Because I know I said you're supposed to do that, and I forgot to do that the first time. So take the course out. Oops. Put our soft in. And 20 seconds. Yeah, 20 seconds. All right. That off. Remove that. Take out our soft sand pad. Take that off. Just do a little quick wipe down, nothing serious. Put that back. Let's flip that back around. Probably getting close to time for another one of those little gaskets. It's basically just these cloths cut up, so it's nothing special. Put this in there. There. There we go. And 2 minutes. All right. Turn that off. That back. Boop. We'll sit that in there. We'll run with 1 minute. All right. There we go. Oh, little piece of my gasket. Yeah, it's definitely time to make a new one. But let's go ahead and take that out. Set that down. There. Get my spray. Cloth. Uh-oh. This cloth might have been too dirty to do that with. Let's see. It's not bad. It's coming out. All right. Seems to be pretty good. And get the outsides. I want to wipe again because I touched the middle while I was doing that, or touched the back side, I guess, while I was doing that. All right, there we go. And there's a phone. So let's get the final results here. So there we go. You can see there's definitely still a little bit of damage in this one. This one didn't come out as great as some of the other ones. So still got a little bit of the swirlies in there. So definitely wish that one came out a little better. That's odd. I'm surprised it did. I still wish I had the white Bayer pad or a Boyer pad. Because that one, the Milwaukee is good, but it's just for whatever reason, the Boyers just do the best. So But we'll put that there and then we'll get to testing. Our last game is the Guitar Hero Aerosmith. This was supposed to be a dual pack. Only got one disc in it, so go figure. And this one actually has like a little crack right there, so I don't know. And that, yeah, it's got cracks right there in the middle. So not sure how this was going to turn out. We're going to, matter of fact, I'm not going to send this one through. And the only reason I'm not sending this one through is because I don't want the heat to make those cracks get worse. And this isn't a game I'm going to sell, and I don't want to risk anything happening where the disc starts to crack in there or starts to eat my pad or something like that. So this one we're going to skip, and that's why. So I don't resurface discs that have cracks in them just for the simple fact that I'm not selling them no way, and I don't want them to like break up in there or like start to crack a little more and then start digging in my pad. Like it's just not worth the risk. So I'm supposed to turn that off. Anyway, so we'll take all of the games except for this one. I didn't realize that had a crack in it, so I just looked at it. We'll take those ones over here and we'll see if they play. So I'll just slide you out the way so y'all can get a little better view. We're not going to do any cuts, so you guys can see me just walk over and figure it out just as easy as you did. We'll do it like this. Hold on. It was this way. Yeah. We'll do it the way we resurfaced them. So I'll set them over here on my Series X. And we'll go with Army of 2 first. Sit in there right. I don't need you burning those circles in it. Let's see. Did we get any wins? Even though we don't know if this one played first or not. Let's see. We have noise. Yay. Army of 2 played. Or at least read it. Well, I'm going to start each one and then we'll just back out. Yay. EA. Was EA evil already back then? I don't remember. What? Oh yeah, I forgot. Loading. Oh God. Oh, that didn't take long. Dang, do you start the game? Okay. I'm about to say, you start the game already? All right, well, looks like it's doing pretty well, so we'll go ahead and close that one out. We'll mark that down as a win for the good guys. Put that in there. Next game up is Batman Arkham Asylum. So take that out. Oh, there we go. Can we get 2 of 2? Gotta wait for it to spin up. There it is. Oh, that was spun up pretty quick, so that's good. Still shocked that that first Army of 2 worked, because if y'all remember, that one had 3 circles burnt. I've never seen a game with 3 circles. Normally it's 1. Normally you see the 1 perfect circle, and that's usually doomed by itself. But for 3 circles to play, that's pretty crazy. And again, disclaimer, there could be somewhere in the game where it doesn't play, but again, I mean, you're not going to be able to play every game 100% through to test every possible thing. And even if you did, there could be a time you play it and it plays that part, then someone else plays it or you play it again and it doesn't play that part. Like it could be a hit or miss part in it. But there we go. So we'll go ahead and that one started up. We'll back out of there. Get this back, please. Two, and now we got Kingdom of Amalur Reckoning. So take that off. We're gonna spin up. Not getting no spinning. There it is. It's great that the older consoles, you can like always tell when it's like ready to start working. You just hear like, oh, it's on re. Which one was this? Was this the one that was delaminated? Let me see. Or had like the stuff in it? No. Wow, so this one is not reading. Make sure there's nothing on it, I guess. We'll give it one more go. We'll see. We might not have saved that one. Was it? I thought it was that. No, maybe it wasn't that one. Maybe it was. I forgot which one. You all be seeing on the footage, but I forgot. But yeah, nah, it doesn't look like this one's gonna work. Next time I'm gonna have to do before tests. Because the only thing I don't like about this is I don't know if I ruined it and it probably wouldn't have played because they were horrible. But yeah, it's not reading it because it's saying play game, so it knows it has a game. But you notice that the game art isn't popping up. That lets you know that it's not recognizing the disc. Yep, clean this one and restart the console. So this one didn't work. So we are 2 of 3. That lets you know it's not always perfect. Even though the game looked all right, it's not going to play. So go figure. We'll set this one over here to the side in the sadness pile. And here's our last 2. We'll start with ODST. This was the one that was like had those spots in it that looked like it was delaminating. So we'll see. I'm gonna sit you up there. I'm getting the spin up. I'm getting to play game. And we got the game art. So ODST seems to be good to go. But the reckoning was not. Wow. I'm definitely gonna have to make sure that we do that from the start. I think I tested ODST, didn't I? I did test ODST, yeah. ODST played before and it still plays now, so that's good. All right, so we can go ahead and close that out. We got ODST, and then the next one is Halo 3. Non-ODST, just regular old Halo 3. Campaign, I think, or it just says Halo 3 on it. I don't remember if Halo 3 was multiple discs or not. I thought it was, but maybe it wasn't. Oh, I ain't gonna sit it on top of the console that's running. Whoa. There it is. I don't know why. Old Xbox 360. Why I made that loud noise. That was louder than normal. I don't know why it's so loud. Did the disc move? No, it didn't. Good. Okay. I don't know why it's doing it like that. It's playing the game. That's weird. Let's say. I don't know why it's so loud. I mean, granted, I haven't done anything to that, but oh yeah, I gotta be signed there. Man, that thing is running. It's the fans. The fans are just on 100. Probably because I need to clean that thing out. That's all right. It read the game. That's all I care about. Calm down, buddy. I know you're just for testing. it's like, dude, you're doing too much. Let me see. Let me make sure. Did it ruin the disc? No, it's not doing anything to the disc. Just for whatever reason, Halo 3, that thing had them fans on 100. Huh. Weird. All right. Well, we got 4 out of 5 to play. The Kingdom of Amalur didn't want to play. Again, I don't know if it didn't play from the beginning or what. So next time I have to make sure we test beforehand. So that way we have a good baseline to go against. But yeah, so that one's going to wrap this one up. And hope you guys enjoyed it. Hope you learned something from it and be able to use it in your own endeavors. But as always, thanks for supporting the channel and catch you on the next one. Peace.